story started getting picked up in the media when?
All through, I think, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, the entire year, then the entire year after that, and the entire year after that. So it just went on and on.
So as far as the public was concerned, there was a secret love affair, there was a proposal of marriage, there were two people, both stars, who were
I didn't even leave the country in January 2014. I was in the country from Jan, Feb, March. All these 3 months I've...
December 2013 perhaps, any time before that?
December 2013, I was in the US for a few days.
You didn't go to Paris?
I did not go to Europe.
So when all of this came out in the media, why didn't you give an interview then?
And say what?
And say that this is a lie.
How?
How
here,
means
look,
you...
my passport, here, look at this, here,
yeah,
look at
why
that.
didn't you?
It's disgraceful. He said, she
What
said.
do you mean disgraceful? You would be clearing your name.
It was such a hostile environment. Who would give me the right platform? You think I haven't tried?
Why do you say hostile? What was hostile?
Anything and everything I did was used against me. Even this interview right now will somehow be used against me.
So what was happening when what was
I
your
wanted
state
to.
of...
I wanted to so much. I've written some 20 blogs on this. Every time, there was an impact on me, I said, I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to say the truth and I'm going to let this out and just allow it to just do its thing. And then I, of course, had to share it with some friends and they were just, Hrithik, you can't do that. You just cannot do that. It's not, you're a huge star. And I couldn't understand what has a star got to do with the human being that I am.
Precisely.
There was this conflict and I was trying to understand how do I merge these two together, this star that I'm supposed to be and the person that I am. So, I mean, there were a lot of reasons.
But Hrithik, this is not a small thing. You were going through your separation at that point of time. You have two kids. Somebody was going out there and saying that you flew down to Paris and proposed marriage. It could have affected you in every which way, professionally and personally.
And it did.
You were therefore being sullied out there on a daily basis. And you're telling me the whole world would give you an interview. Why didn't you just come out and say then that this is the biggest lie? Here is my passport. I have not been to Paris.
Yeah, what would that have done? It's this one thing, that could have been changed. Oh, sorry, it was not Paris, it was some other place. That was a kind of, also, we are missing the point that up until now, up until recently, the fact that this Paris thing is mentioned was always in third person. It was never in quotes. It was in third person.
Yeah. Yeah, so always a close friend.
So it could be denied in...
Always a close friend.
It could be denied in a second.
Yeah.
So so I could not. I just remembered that all through 2014, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And my name has not been taken once. Not by her, not by the interviewer. It's never been taken. It's all with this entire whatever has been spread.
Anonymity.
Has been spread by...
Can I read out one part of an article which came out about your marriage? It's very interestingly phrased. It says in December 2013, Hrithik Roshan and Suzanne Roshan had made their split public. And Hrithik had immediately called her to ask her to marry him.
Sorry? Called who?
Called her. That you had called Kangana to marry you. And a close friend told this newspaper that it was Kangana who had doubts about whether Hrithik was proposing on the rebound. Now this is again the close friend who's speaking, right? It's not Kangana. So Kangana had worries about whether you were marrying on the rebound, but you gave an assurance in Paris, and she said yes, because she had to. This is a narrative.
And then we broke up on the Valentine's Day, or something like that. Yeah, well, these are very good questions, but I think it's being asked to the wrong person. We need to ask the person who has narrated this, whose narrative this is, to explain what's going on.
What was the impact on you, your family?
Well, I've had to go through a lot of emotions, and I am not willing to share them with you. They are mine. I own them. I don't think I am going to be even able to describe or expect you to understand or anyone to understand, because it's indescribable. So I'm going to own that. I'm going to talk about how great this journey has been for me, because I truly have learned some incredible things.
When did you meet her? After the marriage theory?
After the Krish 3 promotions in 2013, I met her directly in 2014 on the 24th of May, which was Karan Johar's birthday party. So my honest feedback.
This is Queen?
This is Queen, yes. And to that she gave me a little crazy reply. She said that, but you've seen the film, because you sent me an email this morning saying how wonderful my work was in the film. And I said, I have not seen the film. I don't have your mail ID. I don't know what you're talking about. And she was very upset. And she moved away, and I followed her, and I asked if she was okay, if there was anything I could help her with, and she just ignored that. I forgot about it. Yeah, that's when I met her next.
So she made a reference to an email that you had sent?
Yeah. And I didn't think much of it. Maybe, she's made a mistake or something. I woke up the next morning and I had a barrage of SMSs from her on my BlackBerry. The last message that I got from her was on my birthday, where she said, I have sent you a gift. You have not replied. Hope you have received it. And I had not replied to that to the SMS. So that was the last message that I saw on my inbox. I started to read the messages that she sent last night, which was from 4 a.m. in the night to 5 a.m. and they were all Hindi and they were all abusive.
25th May, 2014.
25th May, yeah. And I thought, well, maybe she's lost her phone and some guy has got the contact list and is playing a prank.
You say abusive, like...
They were all Hindi abusive words. As I said, I thought maybe somebody has got hold of a phone and is playing a prank.
Saying what, in a sense? What was the sum and substance of it?
I can't mention.
Just abusing it?
Abusing. They were Hindi, and that's all.
But beyond the abuses, what was there?
Nothing. It was just abuses. There was no sentence.
What are you saying, Hrithik? You're saying that on the 25th of May 2014, you just got a string of abuses from Kangana. Yeah?
I didn't think it was her until I opened my mail and there was a mail from Rangoli on my laptop, my phone. And I started to read that and I was completely disoriented. I had just woken up and I couldn't understand what was going on. And in the first mail, she accused me of hacking her sister's mail and hacking and then forcing her to shoot some videos and stuff. And she also says that she knows this for a fact because she is forwarding a mail that I have sent her 2 days back. And she's attached that mail to that first mail. I have taken about 10 minutes to realize that mail is not from my ID. It's hroshan@email.com, and that's not something that...
You're in panic by now. I'm looking at these emails out here. Can I read some of this just for our viewers to put it in context? So this is a strange event. You say you got a series of abuses through the night, which you saw in the morning.
Which she corroborates in the mail. And
she writes to you, Rangoli writes, "Hi Hrithik, I have attached a mail from you that Kangana one day sent me my mistake. But today that mistake makes all the sense. During your relationship with her, you hacked her account. And you forced her to record many videos and click pictures as well in this mail. You are clearly accepting everything. Kangana is already very hurt. Leave her alone now. If unfortunately you are thinking of misusing any of our videos and pictures, we have all the proof to prove Kangana's innocence. We have nothing against you. Kangana doesn't even want to complain about you for hacking her account. She's just too scared right now, but we believe you have no such intentions. I suppose she sent some impulsive messages last night, but you are much older.
So
she is a kid.
The messages were from her.
She's a kid. Right? Something like that. I don't have the full mail here.
Yeah. So I responded by saying that, this is not my account, somebody's playing a prank, or is...
3:37, she sent this mail. 3:52, 7 minutes later, you say, please come and meet me, I have no idea what you're talking about, Rangoli. And then you're in panic. You write at 3:56, what is going on? What is this? I can assure you I have not sent any other such mail. If this is a joke, it's not funny. If you're serious, you must meet me and get to the bottom of it, etc. Feed post 27. And then you send another email ID at 15 minutes later. You say hroshan@email.com is not my account. Somebody is playing a trick or is seriously demented. My account is hroshan@mac.com. Question is, Hrithik, did you ever use the email account